Hey there, film fans. I'm Jeff.
I'm Dave.
And I'm John, and welcome back to The Love of Cinema, a pod in which we'll challenge one another to discuss movies, both new and old, with a strictly positive, critical eye.
That's right. And to avoid lazy negativity, we've decided to make this episode a drinking game.
Yeah, we did.
So anytime we say anything negative at all about each other, about this film, about how Dave is an unbreakable plunger, you're going to hear this sound. That sound means we're taking a drink, and we hope you drink along with us.
So pour yourselves a glass as Jeff tastes delivery of about 100 pounds of pudding.
Cheers. Oh my God. That's right, people. We are talking today about Punch Drunk Love, Paul Thomas Anderson's follow-up to one of the most confusing yet personal movies of all time, Magnolia, which was a follow-up of Boogie Nights. Nothing about doing the most successful, amazing movie a 26-year-old's made since fucking Citizen Kane, and following it up with a 3-hour movie which frogs rain from the sky. That was amazing. We know it was great. Tom Cruise was in underwear jumping around long before Oprah's couch. But man, oh man, he came back with a 90-minute movie starring comedy legend Adam Sandler and his boy, Phillip Seymour Hoffman. This is Phillip Seymour Hoffman's fourth movie with Paul Thomas Anderson, and it was Paul Thomas Anderson's fourth movie. I mean, how fucking cool is that?
I wondered why it was such a scaled-down role, and I imagine he just, when he calls, he just says yes now. Well, not now, but yeah.
Yeah. Even the composer he overcomposed because he was composing before they went to set. It was fucking La La Land, man. Anyway, the random year generator spun 2002, a year we've only been to once before. Do you two remember what 2002 movie we talked about last?
I don't even know what day it is.
No.
Adaptation.
Oh,
Adaptation
nice.
Was the last time we talked about 2002, and then we briefly talked about the highest grossing summer movie of this year, which I'm not going to spoil until you guys have to guess the box office later in the show. But if you're new to the show, we are a real drinking show, like we said before, so we got to get the drinks flowing. We're not going to talk about the movie before.
By the way, we got in a bit of trouble. I happened to find a comment on one of our YouTube videos from a while back, and they basically said, "Stupid show, needless swearing."
We'll take it. We'll take it.
And I was like,
I think so. They listened. They listened.
Jeff, can you get your parents to stop commenting on the YouTube videos?
Well, hey, at least we know they're really listening and really paying attention. Thank you so much. We appreciate your view. That still counts.
I did thank them for dropping by and not tell them to get fucked, which was my first instinct.
We've grown. We've grown in our 5th year of doing this podcast together. Anyway, like I said before, we do really drunk, which leads to really swearing. And so therefore, we're going to talk about Punch Drunk Love after the drinks have been flowing. So if you saw this show somehow and you saw Punch Drunk Love and you want us to talk about it, I promise you the chapter notes are kept very, very tidy. So look on your screen, give it a little tap, and tap, tap, tap-a-roo, Adam Sandler reference, and move along to when we talk about Punch Drunk Love, and we'll all be about 30 minutes drunker than we are right now. At the end of the episode, we'll tell you what we've been watching, a little bit of news beforehand, and we're going to give you the year in review, what was going on in 2002 to set the scene. Because even though it was less than 25 years ago, just looking at the prices alone, what a fucking different time. What a different time. And I'll just prep one thing. In 2002, the average American only spent 40 minutes online per day.
Well, that's changed. Of course, they didn't have the internet in their pocket too.
And it was all porn. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it was porn and 2 emails. They spent 2 emails that they didn't respond. They didn't.
3 minutes.
They started
on
drafting
porn
but didn't finish because they started watching porn.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 3 minutes on porn.
We were just told we're a smutty show, and
Needless
this is how we are.
Smutty. Yeah. Come on.
Anyway, all right, we got sponsors. So, John, why don't you go ahead and shout them out so we can get moving with the show?
Carlos Barroso makes beer. Sometimes he gives it to us. cbarroso.beer is the handle. Go there, like, follow his beer-making shenanigans. And we have a music artist in residence, Dasein, Dasein. You can find their music available on all the, bubble in my throat, usual music platforms. You can find it in our show notes as well. Dasein, Dasein, giving us the music on this show every single episode. Thank you, Dasein.
John, did you steal fizzy lifting drinks?
Oh, come on. I wanted to see if I could get all the way through it and it would rise as you're talking. Make my voice all high.
Is that, John, is that the picture to your left with the guy in the yellow tie? Is that the manager from the restaurant?
That's Adam.
Is that the guy who says
That's Adam.
It's Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler looks old and not great in that picture? But then again, I guess he was supposed to be pathetic. But he looks like a man out of Death of a Salesman or Mad Men or something in that.
Phil looks pretty good. Can you see Phil?
Phil looks great. Yeah, Phil looks great.
That's funny.
Okay, cool. Dave, anything you want to say? What do you want to do? You want to do some news? You want to shout anything out? You want to gripe about anything?
I got a little bit of a gripe.
Okay.
And
we don't have any mini reviews, right? Next week we're gonna do one battle after another in 70mm IMAX. Let's talk about next week. All right, let's gripe it out.
All right, so I was reading the news this morning, and this is kind of a gaming one, not a filming one. But EA, Electronic Arts, the gaming company who's been responsible for some of the best games on the fucking planet.
Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports, Mass Effect series, all of them. Apparently just got bought for like $55 million by the Saudis and Jared Kushner.
Wait, only million? 55 million?
It might have been billion, but it was 55.
I don't think it was billion. That's too high.
55. It was a ridiculous amount of money, basically. But it's like, can somebody tie these private equity fuckers down, please? Because can you imagine what their games were all known for inclusivity, all sorts of shit? I've got to imagine that's gone now.
It was $55 billion, and that makes your point even stronger. That they were able to swap it up into private equity. Like when you can throw around that kind of capital, the world is yours, and they are ruining every single fucking industry. They're ruining real estate. They're ruining entertainment. They're ruining fucking pharmaceutical, like everything, dude.
Do you remember when? And I'm making this specifically not a right versus left issue, even though I think we know what side of the political spectrum I fall on. But remember when people were talking about how
you fall on the side that's so bad it's going to get me deported.
You're on that show.
Dave,
that's smut show.
I think if people go on our YouTube and see you, I think they know that you're not the immigrant that's going to be deported. Anyway,
for saying it,
John, you're not an immigrant. I would just hide your tattoo. I don't think those
darker features.
I don't think those.
I've gotten pulled out at a lot of airports.
The one on his wang?
Sir, can you come with us?
Anyway. Do you remember when everybody was talking about how the media was silencing them? Like the people on the right were like, we're being silenced. And it's like, I don't know, I'm hearing you loud and clear. So I don't know who's silencing you because I'm hearing you. And the people on the left were like, they're stuffing us out. And then the wealthiest tech entrepreneurs we know, Jeff Bezos, I'm counting because Amazon is essentially an online company. He owns the Washington Post. Fucking Zuckerberg owns, of course, Instagram and Meta and Facebook. Elon Musk owns Twitter at all. And now you're going to have the Ellisons are going to be owning TikTok with the Murdochs, who, and then another Ellison is going to be, Paramount and ByteDance. And all of these huge fucking companies are going to be owned by wealthy billionaire tech entrepreneurs. And now our gaming industry is going to be as well as our TV and film industry. So why are we fighting each other here?
Yeah, right?
Like we are talking about basically tech, but mostly financial entrepreneurs owning everything and feeding us information. They are in charge. Every time you're mad at someone for like, oh, you believe in a genocide, you don't. It's like, we're not even looking at the same things online. If you looked at my Netflix or looked at my Twitter or looked at my whatever, it would be different than yours. It would be completely different. It might even surprise you. So
just
anyway,
don't look at his browser history.
We all need to.
It almost sounds like economic populism could bring us all together. Wouldn't that
but when you have a current president being called a populist, I think even that is confusing. I don't think people really know what that means. Somebody who's literally bragging about the gold in the White House while people are dying and starving.
I had a manager do that once. Got everyone on an all hands call and started bragging about their third house. And we're all sitting there on this Zoom call. And like literally, I was sitting in the room. This was during COVID, this meeting happened. I was sitting in the room. There was a green screen behind me. And on the other side of the green screen, my wife was asleep because that was the only room we had, basically.
Yeah. You know what? This all is relevant for our movie that we're going to be talking about. And so we're going to set in 2002. So even if we skewed political and you listening are nervous, I promise you, it's all going to be relevant. And my gripe has nothing to do with the political spectrum. So I haven't done a gripe in a couple weeks.
Don't want people fucking with my games.
I have a gripe.
Yeah.
Cool. John has a gripe.
Right.
Who goes first?
Go ahead.
Go.
John.
Tilly Norwood.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
no.
Go ahead. I said it wasn't going to be political, but this is important. Okay, go ahead.
Tilly Norwood.
Stop calling her an actress. Don't call her an actress.
Yes, please. Tilly Norwood is the first official, legitimate, on the market, AI-generated actress It was announced at the Zurich Film Festival this past weekend in a very real way. Supposedly, there are actual legitimate agencies. And when they say that, they probably mean the big 2 or 3 that are thinking about, quote, representing this actress. They want her to be in. You know where I'm going with this, folks. This is the fucking line in the sand. This is it.
Yeah.
Like every single guild and union is going to be negotiating, not theoretically, on the future of this shit. It's real now. It's here, staring you in the face. And can we talk about the irony is not the right word. How about disgusting that the fact that the first fucking AI generated actress they made is a young fucking teenage girl.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
me? And she's
me?
already pressing charges against Harvey Weinstein.
I mean, the whole thing makes me want to just fucking throw up, you guys. I'm so mad about it, but I'm trying to say this the most essentially, maybe, all right. I got into all of this as a fan and then certainly as a director because I am so captivated by characters and performances. You hear of the term like actor's director, or maybe you think of yourself as a fan who's more drawn to like character-driven pieces, but it doesn't matter if you're watching a big Marvel spectacle or you're watching that prestige drama or comedy. At the center of it are human beings. When we talk about cinematography, we talk about the human's face. It's the greatest landscape in cinema. When we talk about characters and stories and screenplays, you're responding to the people that you're imagining in your head. This is the line in the sand. I am going to proudly say, maybe as the first podcaster, right after this announcement, I am never, ever, ever, ever going to be working with these fucking computer-generated animated human beings. And I need every single A-list actor and director to get on board with this shit, because this is going to ruin our industry. This is it. This is huge.
We talked about the new head of the DGA last week, Christopher Nolan, who I have to imagine is very opposed to this too.
I hope so, dude. I'm really scared. I'm mad that more A-list actors haven't come out and said, what the fuck? Because you know what? Meryl Streep, if you're listening, you know, people like Meryl Streep, like, they don't need the money anymore, but I know Meryl loves acting. And I know she wants to continue being a part of an institution, a business, and a medium that celebrates that kind of work. The minute you let this door open is the minute where it starts to slide into that other room. And younger people who don't have her success will not be able to pursue the dreams that she had. And that's just talking about the actual functioning of the business.
Also, like
if you're
sitting there, if you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, it'll never catch on," producers trying to script for money will make this catch on.
They will absolutely.
Right.
The guy who made this fucking things, listeners, has literally said, because he's been in talks with them, of course, all the studios have been lying. They are all in development on this kind of technology. They are working with companies like mine to do stuff like this, and they're just not saying it out loud, but they've been doing it. They've been doing it for over a year or two at this point. So it is here. I'm glad that she exists only because we have something to actually press against now. This isn't hypothetical anymore. It's as real as it gets. I watched some of her videos. I don't know if you guys saw those things that they linked where there's a few like comedy sketches and things where they're having her there, and the entire video is not just her. The entire video is AI generated. So the people around her are there. She's just marketed as their first star. It's terrifying. First of all, it's fucking bad. It's just not interesting and not, you're not going to get the spontaneity that you would out of real human beings and, subversion and everything like that. Anyway, guys, I'm freaking out about it. I'm griping about it. This makes me so upset. I am terrified. This is a brave new world. This shit has just changed everything. Everything.
Well, and this is back to populism. We now live in a world where the government is saying that they're going to say, instead of trying to get lower drug prices, we need the rest of the world to pay higher drug prices. And we are literally owning stakes in companies now. So I think we could take the socialism conversations, because that's literally socialism, the people determining the price of goods and services via the government. That is literally socialism. I think we could take these conversations and just crumple up the paper, everybody calling one side a socialist, just throw it out the fucking window. And if you even want AI to crack the door open, universal basic income, okay, you can't have 3 people owning AI and everybody else poor. It's literally going to turn into Ready Player One, where everybody's living in like shitty towers with fucking robots and you're eating cat food and stuff while 4 people are billionaires, right? So just let's all join forces on this and stop pretending like we have to hate each other, and let's see the real giant, right? Who's in control of the machines right now?
You're totally right. And sorry, I know I just talked a lot, but I want to just celebrate the inverse of that really quickly, of everything I just fucking rained down in sadness. On the other hand, Shout out to fucking Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
6th or 7th film in a row. They were number one. 8th film in a row. They were number one. And this is an exciting stat for me. For the first time in over a decade, not a single superhero movie sits in the year's top 5 grossing films.
Yes.
And that is not hating. That's not hating on superhero films. We're just back
do you
to a
hate
place
Lilo
where...
and Stitch, you dick?
No,
Dude,
no,
you hate Minecraft?
Come on.
Superhero films are doing fine.
I know, I'm kidding.
Exactly,
We're a comedy
exactly.
podcast. We're a comedy podcast. We're getting political. I'm trying to keep it light. Keep going.
That's all. I just wanted to say Warner Brothers is doing a great job. Pam Bondi, Mike DeLuca, shout out. Holy fuck, you guys turned that studio around. Amazing work.
And also, so many people fucking doubting them too, and they just did it.
I know. Like he didn't. Anyway, whatever. I just think it's really exciting. I think it's exciting for Warner Brothers, but more exciting that the slate, when you look at it, as we've said before, is not entirely pre-existing massive IP. So I think that's also really exciting. There's some originals in there. There's some one-offs, and they're filmmaker focused. And you know what? They're not just prestige, hoity-toity, nose up to the, they're good. They're entertaining.
Yeah.
These movies were fun to watch. So go fucking watch all of them and get people back on track. Get the studios back on track, baby. These are the kind of movies we want to see.
Yeah,
fuck
so they stop buying
Tilly,
each other.
Fuck you, Tilly Norwood.
Tilly. That's an annoying name,
fuck the company
actually.
that made her.
Name.
Yeah.
What's the name of them? Van der Velden and
Vanderbilt,
X.
yeah.
What's the name of their company?
I can't pronounce it.
XICOIA. How would you say that, Dave?
Jeez, did Elon Musk name them?
I know. Fucking bullshit.
Is that one of Elon Musk's children?
Yeah, right.
Okay, we're getting off the political. Okay, I'm gonna take this conversation back. You ready for this?
Elon Musk.
You needed to.
Not
No, you needed to say that. You needed to say it. You need to say it. Clip this, Dave. Get this shit on the shorts. Get this out there.
Damn it.
No, not what we already said. Not what I'm about to say, because what I'm gonna say is shit. Are you ready? Okay, set the gripe timer.
Backwards, dude.
1 minute gripe timer. Okay, we need a life skills class in high school. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
But we need one that forces kids to learn that when a toilet doesn't flush, you can open the back of it and just fucking flush it with your goddamn hand. Just because the little handle doesn't work, 9 times out of 10, the chain is disconnected in the back of the toilet. What's the back of the toilet? You see it every fucking day. It's literally the back of the toilet. Take the lid off. There's literally a chain that lifts when you push the handle down. It's so goddamn simple. Yeah, and sometimes
your
the chain
hands
gets
in there, kid, and just root around. Yeah.
I'm not saying get tetanus, but just fucking lift it up and flush it. What would you rather me do? Look at your shit with poop and toilet paper all over the place, or get your hands a little dirty right before you use fucking soap and water on it to clean it, okay? Get your hand in there, lift it up. If it looks like it's a rusty chain, then you complain. Then you tell people not to use it. You're not going to get tetanus for literally just lifting up the little rubber thing that blocks the hole. The water goes down and flushes your toilet. Why don't people know this?
Yeah, Angela. What the fuck?
No, it's not Angela. I said kids. I said kids, you dick. It's not her.
Everybody knows high schools don't have toilet tanks in those industrial kind of toilets. You're talking about your fucking fiance.
No,
Angela,
I'm not.
Dude,
no,
she's just booked a flight to come and slap you.
Well, I'm going to make you feel really good about yourself, John. Nowadays, we'd like to have a gender-neutral bathroom that students can use. It used to be like the faculty bathroom, but it's a solo individual bathroom, and usually it's just a regular old bathroom, not the industrial stuff that you get off to the side. And so it was in a gender-neutral bathroom at a school. Okay?
So you're telling me all I'm taking away from this is I can't as easily flush it with my foot. It's not that kind of handle where you can just kick it.
No. No.
Or, I mean, the takeaway from this is Jeff's discovered that women poop too.
Oh, yeah.
Women poop too. Guys, that should be the new name of our podcast.
We swear too much.
Should I put that in? I'll put that in the notes. Dave Green says women poop too. But how many times was I here when the urinal was going and the water was going over and over again? And no shit, I took basically where the handle is, that metal thing, and I just fucking hit it a bunch of times and the water stopped. All you have to do is if the urinal is running, boys,
you manned
girls,
it,
whatever,
dude.
You literally use the pad of your hands. Don't use your fist unless you're a real badass and you want to say that you got some bloody knuckles at school today. But use the pad of your hand. Just go, and I promise, like 5 or 6 good hits, that the water will stop running. I promise.
Slap that urinal around. Yeah, show it as
slap it around. Tell it who's its bitch. Pretend that urinal is fucking Tilly Norwood. And
oh, Jesus.
2 fucking dicks. Okay, are you guys ready to do our 2002 year in review?
God, we should.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've been here before. Are you ready to try to guess the highest grossing movie at the box office? And I have a feeling this is trickier than you think. This is not a straightforward answer because 3 movies were within $100 million of each other. So Dave and John, what was the highest grossing at the international box office according to Box Office Mojo? What was the highest grossing international film internationally released in 2002?
I thought it was Spider-Man.
John?
You would want to guess Spider-Man because it came out in the summer, but another movie came out in December that I think might take it, and I'm going with it. Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter.
Oh, we both got it.
Actually, believe it or not, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers was the highest grossing movie in its initial release.
Yeah, right.
It came out in 2002, 2001, 2002, 2003 were the movies.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the numbers, Two Towers might have made more money over its extended run, but in its initial release, it made $923 million worldwide. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets was $35 million behind at $878 million. And then about $50 million less than that is Spider-Man. Dave.
Harry Potter don't know about Helm's Deep, bitch. That shit is.
Yeah.
God, you guys remember that fucking battle?
Harry Potter doesn't even know fucking
Did you see
math.
JK came out for Emma Watson this week? She's
Well, they had a little mini
she has
feud.
no life experience and she can't really formulate an opinion on what she's talking about. Like that was basically she came after Hermione, man. She's toast.
She is just there.
Emma Watson is one of the most brilliant people. Anyway, okay. She's
Hot water, digging her own grave, sinking to the bottom of the ocean. What is she doing? Dude, what the fuck is she doing?
I would just invite.
It's Warner Television Studios that's doing their series, right? Like, they're probably
Warner
so
Brothers,
mad at her.
It's HBO.
Yeah.
But I think Warner. So Warner.
Yeah.
They're probably so mad at her.
They're like, there'll be an email like, we didn't like to invite you to. Shut your mouth.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
You know nothing about it. You shouldn't have an opinion on it. And that goes for everyone.
Just shut up.
Shut up, dude. Honestly, shut up.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Number 4, a surprising drop off considering the IP. Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones comes in at a distant 4th place.
Not that big a surprise.
At $645 million. This is, of course, the first Star Wars movie to not be the highest grossing movie of the year. Number 5 is Men in Black 2 comes in at $441 million worldwide.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then to round out yes, it is. Although I didn't love the amnesia thing. I know that Tommy Lee got the little, but they did this thing where they basically like shorthand explained the first movie to Tommy Lee Jones throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of like, I know, I saw the movie. I know Tommy Lee did it.
There is no,
But a lot of times they're like, we used to do this thing back then, which was cool, which Happy Gilmore 2 like almost did a little bit of, where they said, oh yeah, back in the day I did this. And it's like, I know, I saw the movie. Okay, moving on. Number 6, another surprisingly like low entry here, Die Another Day. Right? I know that the Bond movie after GoldenEye was a good resurgence, but now this is, I think, the third of the Pierce Brosnans, right? Third or fourth?
Yep.
Yeah.
$431 million, so just behind Men in Black 2. Signs at number 7 for $408 million. Ice Age at number 8 with $383. The subsequent movies would make more.
I watched Signs again recently.
I still think it's great. Do you think it's great?
Yeah.
It's really fun. The end where it's like swing away, Joaquin. It's a little cheesy, but what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Also, did you see where they nail the door shut and it's the wrong way?
Yes.
They nail the door shut, but the door opens the other way. Anyway, it's funny. Okay, and then
we're doing
Ice Age number 8. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, number 9, comes in at $368 million, which is one of the highest grossing rom-coms of all time in the theaters. And just think about this. This is like a small independent film. So that means that writer, I forget her name, I'm so sorry, who bases the story, or it's off her life, she probably got like a good 5 to 10% of that fucking million. And I know they made sequels and stuff, but basically set for life. And also, I believe Tom Hanks produced that. Is that true? Did Playtone produce that? Look that shit up. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm pretty sure Playtone produced My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I think Tom Hanks made some money off of that. And number 10 is Minority Report, which just beat Catch Me If You Can. And guys, Dave, you love number 12, Chicago. Number 13, Austin Powers Goldmember. Number 14, Triple X. Number 15, Scooby-Doo. Number 16, Lilo and Stitch. Number 17, The Ring. Number 18, 8 Mile. Number 19, Born Identity.
It was a good year.
Number 20, Red Dragon. I mean, what a year! Oh my God, those are all fun movies.
Yeah,
really, yeah.
Except Red Dragon, that's really fucking creepy.
It's
I'm not saying there's any.
Still good.
Apart from Two Towers, I'm not saying there's any like Raging Bulls in there, but these are all really solid movies. John, did you figure it out? Did you find it?
I did, and they did him and Rita. So I guess it's their company together. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, husband and wife.
How about that? A couple other movies that made some money. Panic Room, Road to Perdition. Gangs of New York comes in at 24 with $193 million, which is probably less than Scorsese and
Just
at all
stop and
wanted,
think about what you said.
193 is not bad.
It's 24th and it got $193 million.
I know.
What movie was that?
I know. Gangs of New York.
Damn.
Santa Claus 2, Mr. Deeds, another Adam Sandler in here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Insomnia, The Hours, The Pianist, all made a decent amount of money. They're all over $100 million. 50 movies made $100 million in 2002.
Movies were
Pretty damn
fucking
good.
that last breath. We've talked about it before, but in the early to mid aughts, up to like 6, 7, 8, man, they were still fucking flowing. They were making a lot of great movies.
I'm just going to round up the movie section before doing the world events here, before I ask you what other movies you guys like. So get ready for that. Let's see. Spider-Man famously was the first movie to make $100 million in its opening weekend.
Yeah.
If for any of my Entourage fans, they talk about this, where Aquaman, they're like, we're going to get the spider. We're going to get the Spidey for sure. It became the highest grossing superhero movie of all time. It was Spider-Man 1. Remember, this is still ahead of the curve. I know we had X-Men the year before, and of course, Batman and Superman in the past, but yada, yada, yada. The Oscars was fun. Chicago would take Best Picture. Dave, I know that makes you happy.
Yes.
I rewatched that recently, but Rob Marshall did not win Best Director. Best Director went to Roman Polanski for The Pianist, who obviously was not able to attend the ceremony, who beat Scorsese. He beat Spielberg for Catch Me If You Can, Rob Marshall. So that's a big category. Adrian Brody would beat Daniel Day-Lewis, and then Jack Nicholson for About Schmidt, who won some subsequent some earlier awards. Nicole Kidman would win Best Actress for The Hours, even though her role was not very big compared to Renee Zellweger for Chicago and Julianne Moore for Far From Heaven. Chris Cooper would win Best Supporting Actor, and Catherine Zeta-Jones would win Supporting Actress, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then the screenplays went to The Pianist and Talk to Her by Pedro Almodovar, John. That makes you happy, which beat The Hours. The Pianist beat The Hours for adapted screenplay. People thought that would win. And then this is also the year that Michael Moore won Best Documentary for Bowling for Columbine, and famously said in public, and said he was told by people that they would support him. And he said, Mr. Bush, we do not support your war, because he wanted to go to war with Iraq and Afghanistan. And boos rained down on him. And he has said afterwards, like, he thought he told people he was going to say that, and they all said to do it, and then they fucking booed him anyway for television. Lose Yourself won Best Song from Eminem, of course, and he famously did not get to perform at the Oscars, so they very randomly had him perform at the Oscars 20 years later, but didn't tell us why. He just performed Lose Yourself 20 years later at the Oscars. And Frida won Best Score. That's it. Okay, what other movies came out this year? I know we mentioned a bunch, but were there any other standouts in here? I see some, but I'll let you guys go ahead, because I know you're going to say Drumline with Nick Cannon, but any other ones? What? Halftime is game time, John.
I mean, you're talking to a hardcore band nerd, dude. I fucking believed in that shit. I almost went
it's
to
not about the
A&T
trumpet line, though.
so I could do that shit, so I could play in those bands. I definitely am glad you mentioned Talk to Her. That has got to be my favorite Almodovar film. Maybe not all of it, whatever, it doesn't matter. About Schmidt, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that is I feel like not many people have seen that Alexander Payne film, and it is wonderful. If anyone who wants to remember what that period of movies was like, especially in the mid or lower budgets, that's a really good standout film. I also wanted to mention Infernal Affairs, which is a Japanese film that The Departed was eventually based on. Came out this year and kind of broke through internationally and did really well. What else? How about Hero? Fucking Jet Li movie.
That makes money.
Zhang Yimou, is that how you say his name? The 25th Hour, one of our favorite Spike Lee movies, which I think is really special.
Also a great Phillip Seymour Hoffman performance in there. He has a smaller cameo role, but he's great.
Yeah, dude, he's so good in that.
Great. Heartbreaking.
That movie, Russian Ark, which is that one take film, it's all shot as though it were this giant oneer, fucking breathtaking. That movie came out this year.
Remember when Roger Deakins won an Oscar for doing that?
No, wrong movie.
No, it's 1917. But you're thinking of Birdman, in which Chivo did that. So that's two different Warner movies.
Sure, you're talking about other movies. I'm talking about Russian Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just referencing the other movies. I got it. Sure. Equilibrium. There were a few Matrix-y kind of spin-off movies that tried to capitalize on that. Equilibrium is one of them. I don't think it did quite as well, but that movie is pretty cool, worth watching. And then there was just one other that I wanted to mention very badly.
Well, Dave's going to mention one. Dave,
come on.
What's your favorite Halloween? Dave, what's your favorite Halloween movie of all time? Came out this year.
What, Hocus Pocus?
No, that came out in the 90s. What
I was gonna say.
the best drunkest episode of our podcast we've ever done.
The Ring.
What?
Jason X came out this year. Jason X.
Y'all made me argue.
As soon as you said drunkest episode, I knew exactly what it was because I vaguely remember that episode.
You made me argue
Neon
the
Trees?
positive for why it was a good movie.
Yeah. I forget your answer was really funny. Actually, your
I
answer
set you guys up then. I'm sorry.
And Dave hosting it, and then John's answer as to why you said this is like the Citizen Kane of
the Citizen Kane.
He took it and ran with it, dude. It was fun. That was a fun night.
I mentioned this last episode, but I think it's weird that we're doing this year, this week because Benny Safdie, Josh Safdie, who made the Smashing Machine?
Benny. She was Benny.
With Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt is coming out in a few weeks, and there's a movie called The Smashing Machine about that same MMA fighter that came out this year.
Not MMA. It's he was a WWE
UFC
or wrestler.
The Smashing Machine.
WWE.
I thought it was MMA. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I haven't seen the movie
this
yet.
Is before MMA. This took place in like the 80s when it was.
No, it's not, dude. He was fighting Royce Gracie in UFC. He was fighting those old school. He was in the UFC fights back in the day. I just don't know if it was called UFC at the time.
Oh, right. I forgot. I don't know any fucking thing about this.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't care about the sport at all. I forgot.
Jeff, I also have a feeling. I know every now and then you have a swashbuckling spirit. Did you enjoy The Count of Monte Cristo when it came out this year? Do you remember that movie?
Of course, the remake, of course. But yeah, I wrote down The Count of Monte Cristo and the Time Machine.
Yes,
remake.
not the third 1937 or whatever. not that great film that's playing in the background.
The one
of
reference in V for Vendetta.
yeah.
Although I do feel like we're living in V for Vendetta right now. I feel like it's about to happen. But you're right, not the one from the 30s.
Did enjoy that one a lot. All right, I'm sorry. I ranted quite a bit, but I'm ready to rock. Let's do it. Oh,
that was great.
City of God. So fucking good. Still fucking good. Amazing Brazilian film. Watch it immediately. Press play. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay.
All right. Well, like I said, we did this when we did adaptation, so I'll keep it tidy here to just say that an asteroid the size of a football field missed Earth by only 75,000 miles, which is pretty fucking close.
It is pretty fucking close.
It's pretty goddamn close.
I don't remember
inside
that.
the moon's orbit.
Did they not tell us that? That was like 2 years after Deep Impact and Armageddon. They didn't tell us that?
In fact, they probably knew it was coming around that time.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, shit. People aren't going to believe us because those movies are coming out.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to this. R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. The Osbournes premiered on MTV in 2002.
Wow.
R.I.P. You know what else premiered in 2002? American Idol premiered.
And
on
it
Fox.
ruined the world.
All right, stop. Hold on a second. I'm so caught up on the meteor. How many thousands of miles?
75,000.
The moon is 238, basically 239,000 miles from Earth, folks.
Yeah.
That was too close for comfort. Wow. Okay.
Well, if you watch the Time Machine, especially the remake, the moon gets too close, so therefore the tidal waves happen, and that's the beginning of the end. What if this asteroid hit the moon, which knocked it out of orbit, which started tidal waves, which looked like the movie 2012, and that turned into...
Dude, it'll start a lot more than fucking tidal waves. You've seen Moonfall.
But
it'll come down and just touch the tip of Manhattan.
Moonfall.
Yes, we have seen Moonfall. Again. we did see it.
Can you imagine... I'm buzzing John, too. Can you imagine making a movie where you said, what if the moon is not real? It's actually an alien, I don't know, incubator?
Hollow.
Yeah. At that point, I'd still be on board. But when it flies down and touches, just tips Manhattan and takes off again, you lost me.
You remember in Family Guy when Stephen King is with his agent and they're like, okay, Stephen, what's this new book about? And he looks around the room and he goes, it's about a lamp man. And he takes the lamp and he's like, and they're just like, when can we have it by? I feel like... What's his name? Roland Emmerich? I feel like he did that. And they were like, what is the moon? And he was like, look. And they're just like, oh, fucking hell. When can we have it by?
No, it was like about, a quarter of the way through production. Like, okay, so how are you destroying New York this time?
I feel like it's like Scientology where they don't really tell you the punchline until you're in too deep. You know what I mean?
That aside,
like, wait, Xenu with a lava? What the fuck? And it's like, wait a second, what about the moon? And they're like, that's the movie we're making. Sorry, gotcha.
There is a term for that in the industry. Do you guys know what it is?
Bait and switch?
You got to get the studio pregnant. You never heard that?
Get them before they get you.
You never heard that?
I have heard that. I just didn't. Now I'm putting it together.
They can't say no. Oh, it's awful.
Okay. But, anyway, I'm gonna skip over a lot of this shit. Yada yada yada. Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl. Serena Williams beat Venus in the Wimbledon final.
Thanksgiving was awkward.
Lance Armstrong was disqualified from the Tour de France for doping, and that's when people went, "He's been doping?
That's how
why
long
he
ago
won
that was?
7 in a row?"
God, I thought that was like 7 or 8. I thought he had years left.
2002. Oh, we talked about this with adaptation, but scientists report a new type of black hole. Hubble Space Telescope finds evidence of a middleweight class of gravitational sink, adding to earlier identified small and super classifications. So
Awesome.
they found a middle.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, a
I don't
small
know how
black hole will
necessary that
fuck you
was,
up.
but-
Who cares about the middle one?
And also, we found a skull. They
It's
all
just
feel
right,
the same
Dave.
once you're in.
It's just right, bitch. That thing is fucking. Come on.
It'll take half
Fuck
your shit.
everybody. This is actually interesting, and I said this last time too, but an early skull is discovered in Chad. French scientists report in the Journal of Nature that they have unearthed a 7 million year old member of what we now consider the human family, Sahelanthropus checkdense. I don't know how to
That's
shit.
great.
I'm not
That's
Ross.
good.
I'm not Ross from Friends, who has been nicknamed Tumai. He has human and chimpanzee characteristics, so helpful for the idea of evolution, which you don't believe in if you're a Christian who thinks that Jesus was here 2,000 years
That's
ago.
it. You're on a break.
Actually, no, he was here 2,000 years ago. He 100% was. 100%.
Was he one of those little dudes?
I don't know. I didn't do that.
No, he's from Jersey.
Okay.
I didn't expect
Tumai from Chad. Hey.
I didn't.
What do you think? You're
I
better
didn't
than me?
Hey, no. So
Hey,
he's actually.
Hey, you
wait.
fucking.
He was discovered by French scientists. So he's actually Harvey Keitel from The Duelists, the French movie where he just sounded like an Italian American. Hey,
You talking to my?
look.
You talking to my?
Okay. Anyway, hubpages.com. Top 5 TV shows. Number 5, American Idol Tuesday. By the way, I only did the top 5, but number 6 is American Idol Wednesday, which was the results show.
Wow.
Number 4, ER on NBC. Still having a good run here. Shout out to my boy Noah Wiley for winning his fucking Emmy this year. Shout out. You did awesome, man. Number 3, Joe Millionaire on Fox. I don't remember that show. Number 2 is Friends, and this is their second or third to last season. So number 2, because I'm so sorry, but we love crime and CSI crime.
Isn't
scene
Joe Millionaire the
investigation with
show
William
where
Peterson.
like they got a bunch of women to date a millionaire and at the end revealed that he was poor as shit?
Or is
that
it the
show?
opposite?
Oh my God, no. Of course it was number 3, or was it the opposite? Or
I'd be a
can't
short
remember.
show
I
if
hope
it
it
was the
was-
opposite because they'd be the fuck out of there.
What if at the end of it he was like, so here are my janitor keys. I clean shit for a living. That would be great. Number 1 hits in music this year. Guys, from December 22nd, 2001 to February 22nd, 2002. That is 2 full months. The number 1 song on the Billboard 100 list was Nickelback, How You Remind Me.
Oh my God. This is how you.
You remind me. Although very few things, apart from Somebody Once, apart from that, I think one of the best musical onsets of all time is Look at this photograph.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the best.
Did you see
That's the best, right?
oh
Not this year.
the videos that were doing the rounds on TikTok with the dude singing "Look at this fucking cat"? And it was all about his cat.
No.
Oh my God, it was great.
Oh,
it was
my
exactly
God.
that voice. By the way, I should point out at this point, if you're looking for us on TikTok, you won't find us anymore.
Yeah,
Oh, my
goodbye,
God.
TikTok.
Okay.
We're on
Bye,
YouTube
TikTok.
Shorts now.
Jennifer Lopez and Ja Rule had I'm Real, but actually their number 1 hit song this year was Ain't It Funny? Ashanti Foolish. Nelly's Hot in Here was from the summer, June 29th to August 16th. Nelly's Hot in Here was number 1 for basically the whole summer. So he had
Can
a
you
song
sing
That
the
got
other
me out
one
of
ain't-
trouble. That song once.
Ain't it foolish? What? Sing a little bit of that for me. I can't even imagine that.
Ja Rule and Jennifer Lopez is Ain't It Funny? I have no idea. I don't know. Foolish is Ashanti. That's a different song. And then Kelly Clarkson's A Moment Like This was the number 1 hit song for a full month after American Idol finale, of course.
Yeah.
And then the Eminem Lose Yourself was the number 1 hit song at the end of this year, thanks to 8 Mile coming out.
Sure.
Prices, I just
Also,
want
the
to do
fact
this
it was a
quickly.
fucking good song.
Apples, Granny Smith apples at 99 cents a pound. Bananas,
Oh.
3 pounds for $1. 3 pounds. Reminder with all the tariff stuff, we can't make bananas in America. We can't make them. So we're not going to get 3 pounds for $1 if you tariff shit. Just something to remember. London broil beef.
Back when we had the
is
vice grip on the United Fruit Company down in South America.
Yeah, of course.
You didn't. Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
London
Pre-fair
broiled
trade.
beef was $2.49 a pound. $2.49 a pound. I would fucking kill for my meat being $2.49 a pound. Don't make any jokes, Dave.
You do have to kill. You do. That's exactly
I
what
feel
you have to do.
Okay, if I have to kill the cow, that would be hard. I'd be vegetarian. That's for sure. Okay, bottled
I'd waste that
water.
fucking cow.
Pussy.
Anyway,
American Fair bottled water. American Fair bottled water was $1.99 for a 12-pack.
Pretty sure that was for me.
I remember when Woodstock 99 they were complaining because water was like $3 or $4. That's like for one bottle.
Kids, here you go. We remember saying the sentence, "I'm not paying for water." Do you remember?
Yeah.
I remember like when that started.
Or
It
at
was like
least
a
the bottles of water
mind-boggling
like
thing.
$1. $1. The fact that water is more than $1 in a bottle just because you put some plastic around it, it just put some plastic around a bottle. That's it. That's all you did. You just put some plastic around it.
For the first time in a long time, I finished my beer. I need more. I'll be back.
Do it,
See ya.
please.
Broccoli was $1.50 a bunch. Bread, all flavors, Arnold was $1.39 for a 24-ounce
What
loaf.
the
And then
fuck is that? What the hell does that even
Coca-Cola-
mean?
So it means like any kind of Arnold, wheat, white, it's all the same. And then Coca-Cola was 99 cents for a 2-liter bottle. Nowadays, you're lucky if you get 99 cents for a 20-ounce.
You're drinking a lot of Coke if you're going for those big bottles, though. Am I right?
We drank so much Coke back then. At this time, and we didn't know how bad.
Did you have the big 2 or 3 liter bottles in the fridge when you were growing up?
Not always. Not
We went
always.
for
But
cans
you know what we
more.
did a lot? You know what we did? Yeah, we did cans a lot. We were a can family, and then we had the can crusher.
Yeah, I
to
was
save
trying to
space
say,
in our
dude, I fucking
recycling.
love that
we
thing.
love-
That was my
I actually love
job.
that. Those are the two things. Jeff, you got to do some chores.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That
like,
was
crush
literally
these
my
cans. Like,
yes. That was it black?
But you learned.
Did you have like the
No, ours is like a cream colored. But actually, we learned a good lesson, which is you got to rinse your can out before you crush them because
Of
that can smell
course.
like shit. You got to
Of
rinse them out.
course.
Actually, Casey Barrett, one of the first things he said to me is, Jeff always rinses out his beer bottles. And I said, what? And we'd been together for like months, and I didn't know he had made this like real revelation with me. He's basically like, I've been watching.
This
you
is in
clean your
Charlotte.
bottles
He's like
for
watching
months.
you party.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow,
Yeah.
you're very responsible.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. 569 million people, or 9.1% of the world's population, use the internet. Only 9% of the world's population used the internet in 2002. By 2012, it was 33% of the global internet, global population. The average,
That's a
sorry,
lot
wow,
of
the average.
masturbators.
I think people who weren't on the internet were also finding ways to. But anyway, Dave, the average netizen spent 46 minutes online a day. I said 43 before. It's 46. The most popular websites, get this, were AOL, MSN, and Yahoo, followed by Google, eBay, About.com, Lycos, Amazon, Disney, Classmates, Gator, whatever. Okay.
It's funny. Do you know what the most popular search term is in the world? People searching for?
What?
Google.
Search?
Because they don't know how to do .com.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
It's if you go through the SEO list, like search engine optimization, Google is the most popular search term on the planet.
Oh my God.
Guys, back in 2002, there was one web browser that had a 95% market share. What was
Netscape.
it? Nope.
America Online? Earth?
No, I'm so
Earth?
sorry. I'm so sorry. Internet Explorer was
Internet
the
Explorer,
first
yeah, I
and
was like,
most
what is the other
popular
one?
web browser with a market share of 95%. How did they blow it
Yeah.
to Google? They blew it so hard. Okay. I have
Pop-up
two
bloggers.
different. I have
Was
two
Internet
different
Explorer?
lists.
Wait. Was Internet Explorer the one that was
That's the
baked
blue one.
into Windows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I thought. And it just wasn't as
Yeah.
good of a product. We used it. It wasn't as good.
Well, Google
what I-
came
you know
out
what
with
I
their
used? 'Cause I was-
Google came out with their pop-up blockers, and
Yeah,
that it was over.
that was it.
Once
Actually,
again, you could
I
search
listened to-
porn without getting a billion
Yeah,
windows.
Windows.
listened to-
Yeah, you just had to close one when they walked in.
I listened to
Awful. We
I
are
listened
more
to a
than the porn
podcast-
we've seen, listeners.
that. I listened to a podcast with the guy who invented the pop-up window. And
Are you serious?
and he was like, I know everybody hates me.
Is he
As soon
burning
as
in
I say
hell
that,
right now? Is he dead? He should
Dude,
be dead.
the guy that invented that
Yeah.
algorithm makes you change your password every 30 days admitted he
Yeah.
was wrong before he retired. He's
Wow.
like, I'm sorry, I made a horrible mistake.
Made a horrible mistake. You just
No, because actually,
It wasn't
now
necessary.
they're just like, they're like, you don't need to actually put your password in. All we need is all of your biometrics.
Yeah.
Give us your fucking biometrics.
Yeah.
Let's plug them into the database, and then you never have to put a password in. And all of us went, okay.
Oh my
Please.
god! Oh
Yep.
my
Okay.
god!
The amount of
I'm gonna
times I've been
let
asked
you-
to splooge my mouse pad by a website, it's like,
No, Dave, fucking hell, man. Okay.
I'm going for complaints.
I feel like we're two different podcasts now. We're a movie podcast, and then we're also let's shit on world events every year. podcast.
We are
We need
45
two
minutes
shows.
in. We are 45.
We started the year in review 25 minutes ago.
We have
and we're
another
not done
segment
yet.
before the movie.
We told people that we needed to get. My brother said I was listening to the podcast for a long time, and you didn't get to the show. And I said we needed to get drinking. Now he should know why he's welcome.
Dan, just hang out with us
Okay.
for a bit. And then, and if
Yeah,
you're not
hang out with
drinking too,
us.
it's probably not as fun. I'm just saying.
No, he's raising a family while I'm getting drunk on a weeknight. Okay, let's
You can get drunk and raise a family.
Yeah.
Come on.
he wouldn't be the
America.
first. He would not be the first.
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. I'm sorry to all the people whose emails I didn't respond to today.
It's all
Okay.
jokes, listeners. It's all
okay.
jokes.
The same
Bless you.
website gave me two options, so I'm going to let you both choose. Top 10 cool food and beverage trends, or here are some food and beverages that were popular but ordered in the top, whatever. So one is a
first.
cool food and beverage trend, and the other one is food and beverages that were popular.
I want
I guess,
popular.
I guess popular makes more sense for what we usually do.
Okay, let me see which one of these. Okay, a lot of them are crossovers. Okay, great. So we're good. The top bunch are in here, except in popular, I don't see Lunchables
He's like,
anywhere.
fuck, I was
even
hoping they
though-
wouldn't pick that one.
The fucking king. Yeah, that thing is unbeatable.
Lunchable, and then the Scooby-Doo fruit flavored snacks. I don't see those in here. but
Oh, God,
otherwise
I
we're
loved
good.
those. God, I loved those.
Me too.
Do you
I'm
remember how
actually
good the
gonna start at number-
Scoobies were? They were like that blue marshmallowy kind of texture. They weren't
Oh,
the
for
right.
sure. Oh, I always remember it.
Come on, dude.
But don't make it sound like you're talking about testicles, all right? We got to move on. So here we go.
Blue
Here are
marshmallowy
some-
texture. What the fuck is wrong with your balls,
Dude,
dude?
see a doctor.
What is- yeah, are you okay? Intervention.
Should we, guys? I think we should pause the show to talk about this. This is very serious.
Okay, yeah,
moving
the
on.
show's paused.
Moving on.
Keep
I
talking.
don't know if I don't think I got my physical yet this year. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I just had mine. All
Have-
good.
Have you ever gone to the physical and then they just like didn't do the check and you're like, can you just do the check?
Can you just-
Can
yeah.
you just do it?
I came here for you to grab my
I'm like,
balls.
I think
Can
we'll
you
see it.
Can you
I think we'll see it in the blood test. And I'm like, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if you just
I haven't had
did
that
the
in
old fashioned
years.
check.
I haven't had the turn left and cough in years.
Well, I know that it's in the blood test nowadays, but I just a little peace of mind, you know. Anyway, let's move on.
Sure.
You can
okay.
grab your own balls.
I'm going to start with. I can. I'm not going to know anything about it. I'm going to be like, seem.
All
No,
of
you'll
our
know.
hands are all of our hands are out of frame. So okay. What are the
Do not
most
clip this,
popular
Dave.
foods?
I'm not clipping a thing.
Don't clip this. Okay, I'm going to start at number 11. Are you ready? There is a parenthetical for this. Are you ready? Number 11, food and beverages that were popular in 2002. Number 11. Okay.
Say it.
I'm reading it verbatim. Giant hunks of meat.
That on our porn episode? That's the one you start with on the episode where we keep
This is not our
referencing
porn episode. What if Paul actually listens to this and he goes, guys, I thought I was here
You
to
know he
listen to my
fucking loves
movie."
porn.
He'll
on.
skip.
He has 4 kids. Oh, you're right. He definitely does. No, wait, no, stop. No, stop. The parenthetical is that this is influenced by the Atkins diet. So the Atkins diet says eat as much meat as
Large
you want.
hunks
So
of meat.
therefore,
Yeah.
giant hunks of meat was
Giant
number 11.
hunks of meat. Excuse me.
Number 2.
It was a big hit that year.
Yeah.
You could get it on
Yeah.
DVD.
It's my stage name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us know what that means, but anyway. Number 10, fruit smoothies. For example, mango yogurt smoothies. Number 10.
Exciting.
Number 9, French toast crunch cereal.
Oh,
I remember when
yeah.
that came out.
I love that we had to explain fruit smoothies, but not that one.
Is that the best cereal
we get
milk
that.
ever?
Oh, the milk. Yeah. I still like, yeah, that's up there. Yeah, Captain Crunch on the whole is it for sure. So the French toast Captain Crunch has a little extra syrupy, a little extra sugar. It's so good.
Yeah.
The natural sugar though, right? We just fucking I should just eaten a packet of fucking Domino sugar for breakfast. Like, what the fuck? People eating like Reese's Puffs and shit for the morning? Like, yeah, my
Cookie
mom and dad said I could
Crisps,
eat Reese's Puffs.
Reese's
And it's
Cocoa
like,
Puffs,
you
Reese's.
kidding me?
Yeah.
You're eating fucking cookies and milk for breakfast. There's no protein in that. There's just
Part of a
fucking
balanced
cookies.
breakfast. Yeah.
Oh my
Fuck you, Mom, for
God.
not putting that orange juice down on this.
Read the label.
You saw the end of the commercial. You're supposed to put down a slice of toast and a glass of orange juice.
Moving on.
All these kids just have belly aches and then they're hungry by 10 a.m. because there's no sub. Okay. Favorite
Oh my
flavors
God.
back in 2002 included, wait, what is this? This is number 8. Number 8 is just a bunch of flavors. Bacon, blueberry, cranberry, ginger, hibiscus, mint. They're just naming fucking flavors. Okay, forget number 8. Forget that one. Number 7, cupcakes and mini cupcakes. I remember when the mini cupcakes came out.
I don't remember that at all.
How? These companies, you don't remember like the Little Debbie's, and instead of like having like muffins and stuff, or cupcakes, they just had like little mini ones. So you
I
could
just
get,
remember
like,
mini
24
muffins.
mini ones
I
instead
don't
of-
remember the mini cupcakes.
All right, well, that's the same idea. Number 6, creme brulee had a moment here. Creme brulee.
Wow. Out
Number
of
5,
nowhere.
comfort food, specifically chicken pot pie. Comfort food, specifically. I
Yeah.
love
Is that
chicken
because of
pot pie.
Boston Market? That's because of Boston Market, dude.
I love. It was still
Yeah.
called Boston Chicken
Dude.
in 2002, from what I remember. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Chicken pot pie was what I had at Disney just before I got on the Rise of the Republic ride, and I was afraid.
that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
I remember having it for lunch one day and being full, and I wasn't a calorie counter, obviously, but I looked at it. It was like, oh, 500 calories, servings 2. I was like, I just fucking housed like 1,100 calories and like 80 grams of fat.
Jeff, do you
for
remember
lunch.
how many calories were in the chicken pot pie at the restaurant you and I worked at?
Oh, I actually found out it was like 3,000, but well after.
3,400. Yeah.
Yeah.
3,400 calories.
It was so good. And
It was
every now and
so
then I did eat like a mistake or something.
And enough
And
salt
oh
to turn
my
down a
God.
fucking rhino.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Also, wait, this was going to be a grape. Here, let me get a grape since we're already running over on our show.
Oh, God.
Do restaurants, specifically fast food restaurants, do they have salt on tap back there? Like every fucking food item I get at a restaurant, whether it's a soup or chicken or anything, do they just have salt in just bags as if they have like a water softener, and they just pour these industrial sized bags that would protect you from in war? Like instead of the sandbags that you put up or the concrete bags, just put up the fucking salt bags at the restaurant and just fucking pour them all over everything. I can't tell my blood pressure, my heart rate, every single thing when I go eat out sometimes I'm like, what the fuck happened? And it's the salt. Where do they get all this salt from? How much money do they spend on salt?
Very little.
Yeah.
His answer.
That's why it's the ingredient.
They were like, oh, we can make it. Everybody would want this shit.
Have you ever looked at, like, because they brought out the thing where, like, at Popeye's Chicken, they have the thing that shows high salt content, but everything on the fucking menu has got, like, a little salt shaker next to it.
I
'cause
mean,
it's
every
past
single
this.
thing.
It's like everything. I think you missed the point.
You know
Just
what
take it
you're
off
doing
and go-
here.
Just
You know what
take
you
it off
want?
and go, you're fucked at the bottom of the...
I saw a book one time that was eat this, not that. So if you go to a restaurant, it tells you the healthier options. So if you go to McDonald's, don't eat the quarter pounder of cheese, get the Big Mac. The Big Mac's actually healthier than the quarter pounder of cheese. It does that.
That's
For
don't
Outback
use the word
Steakhouse?
healthier.
Yeah.
No, it's better for you. It's
Saying
better
that
for you.
Sentence.
Less unhealthy.
Yeah, there you
If
go.
you go to
Yeah.
Outback Steakhouse, it said 2 things. Number 1, it said don't eat here.
Fair.
And then number 2, it said if you have to eat here, eat here. But the healthier option was still like, instead of the kookaburra wings, it was like get the regular wings. They're only $20.
Dude,
Wait,
my
wait, wait,
favorite-
hold on,
I've
wait,
only-
hold
I've
I
only
can't
ever
get the
been...
bloomin' onion and feel good
The
about
bloomin'
myself.
onion, the bloomin' onion is so bad for you.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
even
dude.
imagine.
The fucking motherfucker's fried. But the only time I went to Outback Steakhouse, I had the guy come up and he's like, "G'day, mates,"
Yeah,
putting on the
wait.
like the Simpsons
Wait.
Australian accent. I'm like, "Yeah, how
I
you
wanna-
fucking going?" And I just saw his head
Oh
drop.
my god.
He just dropped. He's
Oh,
like, "Oh, fuck."
man.
I want to say
Fuck.
this is the most outrageous episode we've ever done, but I have to say this. This is true,
It's not.
and I want to say this with absolute love, absolute love. a friend of mine, I'm not kidding, and I hope I don't know if this is the way that anyway, a friend of mine came out to me while we were eating a Bloomin' Onion at Texas Steakhouse. I'm not kidding. The irony is so funny. It happened, and he's such a good friend. What a good guy. But we were actually at an Outback Steakhouse in New York City.
I think I know
Like,
who you're talking about.
You see that bit in the middle? I'm into
It
that.
was so charming, and we were literally like, we had an appetizer. It was fucking it's so funny.
Dipping in the pink sauce, and you were like, oh.
Where are we? Oh my God, the pink sauce, nice.
Dave, do you guys eat Bloomin' Onions in
Not
Australia?
at all. I'd never fucking heard of it till I got here.
All right, well.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
Yeah,
Missing
just like
out.
how you don't drink Foster's and Do you have kookaburra wings?
Not really, no.
What is that? I don't even know what you're talking
Moving
about.
on.
I've never tried the kookaburra wings at Outback. They're
Don't.
delicious.
Kookaburra is a
According to this book,
fucking bird,
don't.
man. It laughs at you in trees.
That's right. And also, John, you were a vegetarian when we, for a lot of the time. that we
Outback
ate.
has been around for a long time. I was a kid and I went to Outback.
Well, you
Well,
didn't get the
let
kookaburra
me
wings,
get like
which were
they're not
spicy
they're
and
not hunting
dairy-free.
down fucking kookaburras. So yeah.
You're right. They'll hunt
Are they
you down.
Australian
Number-
magpies? Or are they like. is
Oh
that a
no, they
comparison?
kick magpies' asses.
Okay.
You
All right.
don't fuck with a
Okay.
kookaburra.
Okay. Number 4 is cake pops. I don't think that's true. I didn't know what a cake pop was until well after this, but maybe it's just me and my isolated little, utopia. Number 3, this is a returning champion, brown butter pasta. Again, number 3. I think in 2000 it came up, but 2002, brown butter pasta.
Wow.
Number 3.
Wow.
Number 2, bacon, just bacon. Apparently only in 2002 was it especially popular, according to Hub Pages. Yeah. And number
And in
1.
2003,
I
we
need
recorded a
drum roll.
population drop.
I need a button with a drum roll, but the number 1
Just
top food and beverage trend is Bachman's pretzel sticks. Bachman's pretzel sticks coming in
Bullshit.
number
Fucking
1.
hell. Yeah, no. Did they pay for this top 10?
And Bachman from 2002. Is Bachman even around anymore?
No.
What is that? Is that a. Guys, when was the last time you ate a pretzel stick?
I don't know. I'm not 4 anymore. I feel like
Yeah.
that's something you give 4-year-olds. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I got
used
a
to smoke
Korean
bunch of
barbecue now.
weed. One of
Guys,
my go-to munchies was Bachman pretzel sticks, and then I would dip it in a combination of relish and spicy mustard. You're welcome. You're welcome.
the
weed
mustard
smokers.
I get.
You're
The
welcome.
mustard I get because I'm German. So pretzels and mustard go
Yeah.
well together.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
So I used
Pickle.
to eat, I used
It's like
to
a
eat
gherkin.
King's
It's like
condiment
a-
scoopers.
Oh, come on. It's all right there.
I'm both salivating and gagging at the same
It's
time.
good.
I
I
can't
know it
explain
sounds
this.
kind of gross, but it's just spicy mustard with pretzels and pickle. It's
Guys,
delicious.
this segment just took 40 minutes.
It did. And it's your fault.
Fuck. All right,
We're
one
an
more
hour
round
in.
for us.
1 hour
I'm
in
out of
talking
control.
about our movie. All right, let's do it.
My brother's never listening to the show ever again. Okay,
I don't
so
think
I'm
he's
going to
alone.
give you.
He's not
For everyone
alone.
who's just skipped that entire segment, welcome back. You didn't
Hold on,
miss
I'm hitting
a lot.
I'm hitting my music stand. Then my keyboard sucks. I gotta move. I gotta adjust. Okay, all right. We're finally
Sitting on
ready to
these
talk
balls.
about our movie.
How's that GNT
Thank you all.
hitting?
Great. Thank you all for rejoining us after you skipped ahead. We had a great time without you. We're going to now talk about Punch Drunk Love, Paul Thomas Anderson's 4th major feature film. 3rd, if you don't count.
Yeah, if
Hard
you've lost
8.
the will to live, skip back.
Oh, come on. We had fun.
Actually, if you need to feel alive, I would say go back. That's what I would say.
You need to fill.
Okay, here we go. Punch Drunk Love. I got this on the Criterion channel, which is a subscription that I highly encourage everybody to subscribe to or borrow somebody else's password for.
Somebody else's Guys, by the way, has anyone else been kicked out of their HBO Max because they're stealing somebody else's password?
No, but there were
No.
a couple times when I was using yours in the old days, and people were using mine in the old days. It was mine, and then I used yours. I've been ebbing and flowing.
I just
but we're
didn't
good
feel
now.
right about it, so I bought my own years ago.
Shut the fuck up, Dave. They are not letting us. They are not letting us do it anymore, folks.
Dude, I had
It's over
someone who has an Apple TV at his workplace that he uses during his breaks and stuff, and they even shut him out.
You know what else fucking
same
makes
account.
me really angry? Wait, I forgot. Don't hit the gripe timer. But this will just take 10 seconds.
We're
Shut
talking
the
about
fuck up.
Punch Drunk Love.
Shut the fuck up. I, as an OLED TV owner who has an Apple TV 4K so that I can get the most out of my television, I have to buy the most expensive subscription to HBO Max because
Yes,
the
you
other
do.
ones don't even show it in that quality.
Yes.
So not only do I have to pay for ad-free, the only one I can pay to actually get the use out of my fucking 4K television and my 4K Apple TV is the most expensive one.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
it goes like ads, ad-free, and then high definition.
And then fuck yourself. Also,
Yeah.
I have the YouTube TV, and they brag about having 4K, and then you buy YouTube TV, and then they say, "Oh no, it's extra for the 4K," and it's like, ugh.
Makes me really, really mad, dude. I'm
I
mad.
know.
I love you, HBO, but I'm mad. I'm mad. All right, let's go.
Go tell what's Larry Ellison's son name? David.
David.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the names.
You weren't listening.
The page didn't have the names of 2002. Anyway, Punch Drunk Love, which I found on the Criterion app, and it was also on Canopy and Hoopla, or you can rent it or get it in your box set if you want. Here we go. I'm going to read the IMDb description as I always do, and then I'm going to send it off to you. What'd you think? What'd you feel? We should ask this now. Have you seen this before?
I had not.
Yes.
Dave,
I've
first
seen it.
time. John, how many times have you seen it?
Should we
think this
hit
is just
the
my-
what did you think button?
Oh, yes, we
Oh,
should do that. But
yeah.
John, you answer. Wait. John, how many times have you seen it? This is your third time?
Yeah, my third time.
This is my third time as well. So,
All right, ready?
all right, so
I'm
we're going to
hitting
say 1 to 5, basically. 3, 2, 1,
I
go.
already hit it.
Okay, so we all said great, which is basically 4 out of 5. Good for
Sure.
us. But Dave's never seen it before, so you're definitely going to go first. After I read the IMDb description and kick it around the horn, no stuffy criticism. What'd you think? What'd you feel? Socially frustrated Barry Egan, played by Adam Sandler, calls a phone sex line to curb his loneliness. Little does he know it will land him in deep trouble and will jeopardize his burgeoning romance with the mysterious Lena, played by Emily Watson. Written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. I already said, fourth film. Third, if you don't count Hard 8, which you should. So fourth. What'd you think? What'd you feel? Dave, take it away.
Well, first of all, I signed up to Canopy with my library card to watch this.
Oh my God.
Nice.
And?
Dude, I was so fucking distracted by the content, I almost didn't have time to watch the film.
Because there's so
There's
much good
so
stuff.
much shit on there, and the categories are amazing. If you got a library card, sign up to Canopy. It's fantastic.
Renew mine.
And it's free, right?
Yeah, with the library card, yeah.
Totally
if
free.
you're,
Yep.
Which
have
is
an
free.
Address.
I
Yes.
I have to
if you have an
admit-
address.
I have to admit, if I didn't have to watch this for this show, I would have turned it off in the first 20 minutes.
Okay.
Sir, I'm going to crack your fucking head open.
And that would have been a terrible fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I like when
'Cause-
Dave likes these.
For real, like the first thing I thought when they came up, I was like, I wonder how many times he moved the camera during that first shot, but to get the right fucking angle.
Filmmaker's dream come
it's
true
just-
thinking about the
it's-
camera movements in this.
Well, we'll get to that later, but
Okay.
there was it was just so interesting to watch in that it was a very weird throughput. Like there were like almost three storylines going, but they didn't ever coalesce really until at like one point. And when it did, it all came together beautifully. So if I had bowed out early in this, I would have missed that fucking payoff. So if you ever do watch this, stick with it. It's worth it for the payoff.
Do you remember the moment where you kind of started thinking, "Ooh, I'm enjoying this now"? Like, where was the 20-ish, 30-ish minutes in that you're talking about?
It was once we got past the beginning with like where I realized what they were doing now, but it was just kind of, I was like, where are they going with this? Because I mean, the other note I have here is like this has you asking what the fuck constantly, but in the best possible way.
Was it the party when he kicks the glass doors?
It was after the party.
It was after that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It was after he fucking put his heel through 3 different glass windows. that wasn't
God
it.
damn it, Barry. What the fuck?
Yeah, like
So
it was,
good.
well, I did enjoy that scene, but it was after that it really started to coalesce for me. At the beginning, I was like, where are they going with this? This is weird. And it is. It's weird, and it's meant to be weird, and it's weird for a reason. Stick with it.
Yeah. Well, I'll jump in here because I know John's going to start getting our conversation going after this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I've been having some trouble sleeping because I've been working late and getting it. So the work hours basically 7 days a week, and so I had a little herbal remedy AKA I smoked a little bit, and then I watched this. And I don't usually do that for the podcast because I want to be able to remember it really well, and also I don't want to do that. But this, I was so locked into this movie this time. I mean, that opening shot where he's in the corner of the room with the blue wall, and it's this. He's just Adam Sandler is so pathetic in this movie, and it's funny because if you just look outside the box at Adam Sandler, in many ways you would think like this seems like a guy that is easily pathetic. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Mr. Deeds. All of his movies, he's a pathetic character, but he's so likable. Waterboy. And I was thinking, what's the other one in New York City with where he has the insurance, he's a lawyer with. Okay, fine. No, before that, Mr. Big Daddy. So like all of his movies, are pathetic characters, but holy shit, he is fucking pathetic. And as you start to put the puzzle pieces together, that he bought this suit, but he's actually a plunger salesman, and he showed up to work at like 2 hours before they opened to sell some plungers that day. And he's trying to give somebody his home phone because it's not like anybody calls him anyway. I mean, it's just fucking pathetic. I'm so locked in. And the weird art school shit that Paul Thomas Anderson was doing with those weird like color palette things where I'm like, is he pretending to do 2001 A Space Odyssey but putting it into a student film? Because that's kind of what it felt like. But also the music is so brilliant. The sound mix is so brilliant. There's just so much about it, but I'm so locked in. And ultimately I take away Paul, his biggest movies are Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood, as far as like, those are his biggest movies. Fuck you if you think they're not. Those are his best, and those are the movies that have endured the most. He is so good at cinematic tension where every single scene, even in the scenes that you think are just cruising, he is doing something with them. He's ramping it up. He doesn't let you get away with just like coasting through a scene. And these scenes, there were some scenes where he's just like playing the harmonium, and then all of a sudden like something will fucking shatter or something will open, and it's all driven. It's not just shock value. It all drives. That fucking piano on the street, he had like 3 different bits with it.
That got me a little bit.
The truck goes by, and just the fact that they dropped it off in the first place, and he's playing it, and then the phone, whatever it is. That dinner scene where all the sisters are talking about him, and you hear the audio of literally 7 sisters talking shit about him. I would kick some windows in too. So anyway, I was so locked into this that an hour and a half, I felt like I watched a lifetime, but it flew by at the same time. It was so great.
Totally agree. Yes, and to both of you. And I'll go out there and say that I'm kind of obsessed and a huge fan and inspired by his movies, and I always have been. And this one is the one that I have responded to the least over time. And yet, I will still say that like every time I watch this, because it's not the one that I want to put on and rewatch the most. Like I said, I think I've only seen it really 3 times all the way through. But every time I watch it, you have to just acknowledge you're clearly in the hands of a master. Just like big picture, he's doing something that's so unique. But then when you really dive in and you try to understand, like, why did it's an hour and a half. It was Adam Sandler's like first serious role. There are all these like interesting elements to it that are in the context of the time it came out. But I think when you really back up, and if you're a big fan of his, 2 of his biggest influences are Robert Downey Sr. and Robert Altman. And both of those filmmaking styles are maybe more evident in this than they are in any of his other movies.
I was getting a little bit of Hitchcock out of it as well, occasionally.
Sure, with the tension and all that stuff. I mean,
especially during that chase.
Really good, right? I know.
The one where he's making the craziest sound effects I've ever heard, and Adam Sandler's noises during that
screaming
run.
And I know.
While he's running.
He pulls so cleanly from everybody, but those 2, like some of those elements you just referred to, like the overlapping dialogue of the tension being created by an ensemble around your protagonist, it's Woody Allen, it's Robert Altman, and it works so well, and he doesn't overuse it. Yes, he has sisters. You spend a little more time with one of them, Chloe, than the others, but like, they're there. But at the core of this, I feel like there is, he clearly like wanted to go another way from Magnolia. He wanted to probably not talk about really, really heavy subject matter. Basically, this is a love story. It's just definitely his most.
He admitted it. He admitted it. That's true.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that. And I know he said it before, but I also think it's so funny when you can so obviously point to a creator and say like, this is Paul Thomas Anderson's love story. Like it's kind of like that's how fucked up that guy is, you know. And I guess Phantom Thread is the other one, which is also, you know, in a weird, different way, kind of fucked up. But I was really, when I was watching it this time, and I'll shut up after this. The thing that I respond to the most in his movies are performances. And I hope that's saying a lot because he's such a renowned filmmaker, and not the most amazing filmmakers, in quotes, in the world necessarily capture the greatest performances. You really just need to put a camera in front of an actor, and it's up to the actor. How you place it, how you light it, how you move it. Of course, those things matter, but there's something. He's making so many unusual, idiosyncratic choices to keep you on the. You think he's going to go right, and he goes left in this movie to make sure that no scene feels normal. It always feels a little bit off. And if I'm being honest, part of that is one reason why I don't always respond to this one as full-throated as I do the other ones. The reason why I think this one is so impressive,
I can tell you a story about that. I was watching this with Therese, and it wasn't her first watch.
Wait, do you want John to finish the story first, or is this going to be a short story?
It's a short story. It wasn't her first watch, and about 3/4 of the way through, she got up and left. And she's like, I've done this movie. I can't do this again. And I didn't understand what she meant. We got near the end of it. I was like...
It gets tense. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does get tense.
On to your point. Yeah.
No, you're good. I feel like even in a movie like this where the performances are affected, let's say, I don't want to say stylized, but there's clearly some style there, the way people are talking and stuff. And even within that realm, that direction, that style, they're still so fucking believable that I don't really care how he's doing everything else, which ultimately, and I hope he takes that as a compliment, like he heightens his story with all the tension and the strange camera placements and all the wonderful movement that Robert Elswit does, and the way that they light things, everything's blown out in the backgrounds of this valley setting. And there are all these film technical things that he's doing that are beautiful. The color swatches in between by the great artist. I just wanted to say his name because I also thought it was really cool. Jeremy Blake, who does all those color dissolve things in the middle, that artwork.
Yeah.
But at the core of it, the reason I can watch this and why I would probably have enjoyed just watching the dailies is because these performers are doing something so believable in this very unusual world that Paul Thomas Anderson has created. It doesn't feel fake, even though it feels stylized. It feels real and emotional. And at the core of it is this very, very sad, lonely man who finds love and learns to love himself because he sees himself through her eyes. And it's just heartwarming.
I do have one critique in regards to the camera movement. Because it's critique and then compliment. Occasionally the camera movement came across as very directed, where it kind of took me out of it a little bit because the camera was moving to frame the actor before they moved.
Dave, that's kind of what I'm saying. I think this entire film is, in a sense, over-directed, and he clearly did it on purpose. Every movement,
there were times where it was noticeable. There were other times where, like he was orbiting the camera and everything, and it was like other scenes, they were deliberately agitated, and they agitated the viewer.
Exactly.
And that really, really worked. There was just there certain times, like the one where he's sitting down with the phone and it drifts across, he's in the, like one side of the frame and it suddenly drifts across to put him in the other side of the frame. And
Very
I'm like,
artsy.
there was no need for that camera movement, and it bugged me.
And there's the one was I feel like he had you look away because something like he was doing something nasty. Like
that may be the only reason
to the pornographic elements of it. Is that what you're talking about? Where like he started giving into it, and so you're like,
no, just where he sits down at the table waiting for the phone to call back, and the camera pans across.
Left, and then it would pan him, and it would go across to the table.
And I know why they did it, but it was very noticeable and very like jarring, and took me out of it a bit. And that may be the reason there's not a gold star at the corner of my photo.
But here's the thing. I think he needed to do that because otherwise it would have just been like, what's happening? But I feel like because he moved the camera, I knew as the audience, be patient. He's telling you, like, just wait. You're going to get your payoff. Oh, I felt like it actually put me at peace.
It definitely built anticipation, which, granted, that's what he was doing in a lot of other scenes as well. One thing I did love, though, to counterpoint that is where a lot of the times either the subject blocked him or he blocked the subject in the frame.
Right.
So, like, he was framed center or something, or the piano blocked him when it was framing that way. So there was a lot of times where it was shot in a way you wouldn't normally think to do, and it really worked for the story.
There were a couple times that maybe another watch for me I'd be interested in when it's like all over Adam Sandler and it's moving, whether it's far or close.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it follows Emily Watson. And then it kind of comes back to Adam Sandler. I would want to track that again for my own sanity. But I actually thought, you know what I was thinking about? This is really strange, I'm sure, connection to make. But so the story is, and I because I've seen this multiple times, this affected me more on this watch than if it were a first time watch. But the story that inspired this is a true story about a man who I think spent $3,000 on pudding to get a million miles. Now, a million miles back then actually meant a million miles or something similar. Now, a million miles basically means like from New York to Philadelphia. Like, I feel like the miles don't make any fucking sense. It's like, oh, I'm going to Nashville. It's like, okay, that takes 100,000 miles. I was like, no, it's like 1,000 miles. I don't know you know what I mean? It's confusing.
Yeah,
so that story inspired this, but he also was intentionally writing a movie for Adam Sandler. They knew each other because in the 90s, after Boogie Nights was a big thing, he was directing digital shorts for SNL. Adam Sandler was already making movies, but they were basically in the family, and so they met, and of course Maya Rudolph, etc. So they knew each other, and so this is going to sound crazy, but when Stephen Sondheim did West Side Story, and he hated West Side Story, he really did not like his work in West Side Story, famously. That's a different episode. Go back and listen to West Side Story to hear about why, if you don't know why. But when it was time for Gypsy, it was also going to be as a lyricist with Julie Stein, who wrote Funny Girl and other things. And he called up Oscar Hammerstein, his mentor, and he said, why? He's like, should I do this? I feel like I should say no because I want to write my own things. Famously, he doesn't say, hey, the money wouldn't hurt, which nowadays it's like, how much money are they paying you? But he was like, you need to learn how to write for a star. You're making, and then he was like, why would I, I'm writing shows. Good shows would attract stars. And he goes, no, you're not making a show. You're making theater. And this is somebody who every single time they're on stage, they make theater good. And so figure out how to work with them. Maybe maybe they will make your writing better because you'll be writing directly for them. So he said yes because, John, who was it? Ethel Merman, because he needed to write lyrics for Ethel Merman. And then I'm sure he learned a lot so that he knew what it was like to write for a star. And knowing that Paul wrote this for Adam Sandler at that time, and then this is the role that he wrote for him, I couldn't get that. I couldn't get that out of my head. But the also remembering to me the scene, which I'm sure is a lot of people's scenes, but really not reading any articles about this movie. Just the first time I saw this movie, the scene where Adam Sandler talks to his brother-in-law, who's the doctor. And then he goes, but you're
Dentist.
a doctor, right? I mean, you don't know that right away. So they pull the rug out. And he's like, I just don't like myself sometimes. And I wonder if there's somebody I could talk to. And he goes, I'm a dentist. And he goes, yeah, but there's confidentiality.
I laughed out loud.
But it's so good. There's a confidentiality. And then, of course, the way it ends is like, sometimes I just cry, for no reason. And then he has the weirdest cry of all time, but it's very genuine. And then the scene ends. And then later, the guy breaks the fucking confidentiality, even though he's only a dentist. And
told everyone.
And it makes you want to fucking hate. Anyway, that scene, like, that has played in my mind like once a month for the past like 5 years since the last time I saw this movie. So knowing that Paul wrote this for Adam after Magnolia, for some reason, it's insatiable to me. Like, I just keep wanting to know. I'd be like, okay, so every single pen stroke, every camera movement, we want Adam Sandler, the guy who literally did who did Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison within a year of each other, back to back after SNL. Hugest star in the world, comedy star, amazing. And this is what he did, is fucking insatiable to me, and I still can't shake that.
Well, Sandler really does shine in the straight delivery because, like, he's delivering lines that are comedy, but he's not playing them for comedy. He's just delivering the lines as his character. And
he's always gotten mad before.
I
mean, my favorite him getting mad is when he's doing the radio to his own room. Or no, sorry, when he's in his apartment in Happy Gilmore, at the very beginning of Happy Gilmore, and she's like, you're going nowhere, Happy, and you're taking me with you. And he goes, good, get it. He just like turns, I'm sorry, baby, I didn't mean that. I get so lonely. And it's like, he can do that. And Billy Madison too, yeah, shut up. Like it's so quick. But every time he does it in this movie, it's so genuine. When he says later to his sister on the phone, when he's trying to get the phone number to her,
I'll kill
when
you.
when he's in Brazil, and he goes, give me your fucking number, I'll fucking kill you, stop fucking treating me this way. And he says that to his sister on the phone to the point where she gives him the number. I mean, it's so good, and it's not any way you would ever see Adam Sandler before.
Yeah.
Two things on that. I watched the Charlie Rose interview with the two of them.
Oh, it's so good. He's box office, but he's box office.
Yeah.
And then Charlie just like leaves the door open.
Paul literally says that off-putting story was in a Time magazine article, and I think he pulls things from those kinds of news coverage things every now and then. But he said verbatim, like, I didn't really actually have a story until I met Adam. And then I started wanting to write for him. So one, that's true. I also love how nimble they were on their feet. He famously threw out the first 2 weeks of shooting. And they just
he did this for this movie, so that's just like a Paul famous. I can't wait to make a Paul Thomas Anderson movie and then be like, who gives a shit? He's going to throw this out anyway.
Yeah, the dailies come through. The dailies come through the editor. He's like, nope, not yet.
And, it's funny. I've listened to tons of stuff on him, and he does shot list like pretty vigorously. He likes to have plans when he comes to set so that he can pivot and see what's in front of him. He doesn't like to just figure things out. But he made some comment about throwing out the 2 weeks when he was like, when you're working on these smaller budgets, if you're responsible and you schedule accordingly, that actually can give you a lot of wiggle room with stuff like that. So, we ended up like finding our footing over those first 2 weeks. And we kind of, in a sense, started again. Here's a good example of that I think is so good. I love that scene in Hawaii on the payphone.
Yeah.
And I've heard him tell this story before that they filmed it the night before originally with no parade because they didn't know. They just had him leave the airport and go to a payphone. And he said Adam did a good job, but it wasn't really... it felt like it was totally coming from within. Like there was nothing else around him in terms of stimulus. There was nothing else. It just seemed kind of like he was getting mad and he did a good job, but it just didn't feel like it was the right version of him getting mad within a scenario. And then somebody like the location manager or whatever was like, well, we can't come back tomorrow because there's a parade. And Paul was like,
they run and gun that
tomorrow.
shit.
So when you watch that movie, the cops to the left of the frame, they keep looking into camera. Because they got a permit to shoot, but they couldn't control the entire fucking parade.
Yeah.
So there's a cop right beside the thing that is clearly hired. I think he's a part of the production. But everyone else who's walking up and walking back, so many people are just looking in camera. And I think that's one of the pieces of magic of this movie is that it feels, Jeff, you said student film. I think that might be a little, I know what you mean, but maybe a little derogatory, right?
Of course.
But it does feel... It is the least refined of his movies. It is not, it's mature without refinement. It doesn't have sharp edges. Every single camera move isn't absolutely perfect. The precision is lacking, and yet the intention of that precision is overflowing. You still very much feel like you're there. I also just want to make this comment.
Yep.
He makes everybody, I live here in LA now, and everyone is like, oh, you hear all these things about when you're making your independent films about how you add scope and production value and all that shit. This movie is set 20 minutes north of me, and it almost never leaves the shittiest locations you could imagine. Where if you handed those locations to a more amateur, lesser filmmaker, they would be like, what? Just that street in the valley? A storage unit with nothing in it, really? And then somebody's shitty apartment and my shitty apartment and then a couple alleys, they wouldn't know what to do. And somehow him and Robert Elswit make it feel like a movie. And I don't think it's just because there are familiar faces in the starring roles. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful film.
I just want to point out from an acting performance, Louis Guzman.
Oh, so good.
Who is now Gomez Adams in the new Wednesday series. Steals fucking scenes just by standing in the middle of them.
I know, he's so good in it. It's so
what an entrance. His entrance to this movie is basically the Lawrence of Arabia, Omar Sharif entrance, right? Adam Sandler, he has this whole thing. He's like sitting there, he's playing the harmonium in the dark, basically. And then that fucking screen, he opens the shade, he opens the garage or whatever, and it's just light in an otherwise dark world. I mean, it's wild. Yeah. And he's also in this year, the Time Machine remake. He's the other guy that he's in prison.
There's another Time Machine remake?
No, the one that came out this year that we talked about before in our 40-minute segment.
Oh, that thing.
2002.
Wait,
the
Time Machine or War of the Worlds?
No, I'm sorry. Count of Monte Cristo. In the Count of Monte Cristo remake.
Sorry, there's a fucking Time Machine movie.
I think it's the third scene with him when he's like, why are you wearing a suit?
Yes.
And he's just how real he is in that.
Yeah.
The way they block
what's
both
with all the
of
pudding?
them.
I don't know. Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
The way here's a good example of the style where like.
But then he starts dressing up. After Adam Sandler dresses up, then Louis Guzman
didn't he?
Yeah.
I figured I would dress nice for work. He has both of them crossover, such a simple move, but it made me like, it's just another little ingredient where you're like, my God, he directed like every inch of this, except for maybe performances. But the actual blocking, he has both of them walk over and then enter the doorway to Adam Sandler's office at the same time. So they have to kind of like turn sideways and like walk in and squeeze through together. And then he blocks him. Like you were talking about, like there's so many little things. But in spite of that, I got to say it again, like he's a perfect example. You're in this controlled, stylized, weird world that Paul's creating. And yet somebody like that is totally in reality. Every word out of his mouth felt like it was absolutely like he wasn't even an actor.
Although I will say counterpoint to that, when the surrealism kicks in, it really fucking lands. Like when they do the kissing scene in the airport, which by the way, I've stood on that bridge in Oahu Airport.
Yeah.
Like that airport still looks the fucking same.
I was in there recently too, yeah.
Yeah. And but when they do the kissing scene and suddenly every person in the world is walking past them.
There's no one
really
by them.
It's all silhouettes.
Yeah.
Right? There's no one in their singles when they're walking toward each other.
Nope.
And then that is cinema, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
With that score,
that
score
shot stood out. That should be
that score straight out of the umbrellas of whatever, I don't know how to pronounce that in French.
Schomburg.
But yeah.
I had a professor who used to say, probably still says, if you have to choose between truth and interesting, go for interesting.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like,
so funny.
And like that kind of moment is such an iconic example.
There is truth in that, though.
Of course, there's truth in it as well. Like, of course, you're going to try to bring it, but there's something unjustified about that moment in terms of the reality and logic of that scene. But there is something so iconic and emotional when you cut to that image of them silhouetted in that shallow focus with these people running around on either side for no reason at all. It resolves where there are no people. There's nothing logical about it. And it makes total sense. It makes you feel something more than the reality.
It made me feel it's the first time he became part of the world.
That's beautiful. I also love that right after that scene, doesn't it cut from that moment? I might be wrong, but how soon after that moment does it cut to that beautiful tracking shot when they're outside and they're having a drink before they get up and walk to her hotel room, and the Hawaiian,
I'm pretty sure it goes right to it. I think.
I think so too.
Once, but yeah.
A lovely juxtaposition of like that very Altman. We have this heightened, surreal silhouette image. And then we cut to this thing that feels like we're slowly creeping through a very real scenario. It's like they just showed up with a camera crew in a fucking Hawaii hotel. Like the whole thing just feels like cheaply real. Like kind of brutally, grossly, cheaply real.
It. You know what? I have to say one more thing too about why I love this movie, and it's so cheap, but this is the movie that got Daniel Day-Lewis interested in Paul Thomas Anderson to even receive the script of There Will Be Blood. It was this movie. He said Paul and him, they bumped into each other because Gangs of New York came out this year. So they were around, and he said, I loved Punch Drunk Love. I love this movie. It would be amazing. And then maybe even said, like, it'd be nice to work with you someday. He does the Ballad of Jack and Rose in the middle, but like they actually connected. Boogie Nights, I'm sure he loved. I'm sure he knew he was a capable filmmaker and stuff. But Daniel with Adam Sandler, they're friends. Adam Sandler said one time when Uncut Gems came up, this is on a podcast with Bill Simmons, he said, I got a call one day and it was Daniel Day-Lewis, and I answered, I said, Danny Boy. And Bill Simmons goes, Danny Boy? And he goes, oh yeah, I call him Danny Boy. Like literally, like, and it was Daniel Day-Lewis calling Adam Sandler to talk about Uncut Gems and say he just saw the movie. They all started like during the, Daniel Day-Lewis fucking hates the awards channel, but I actually remember with There Will Be Blood and other movies, he would go up and go to like Isabelle Huppert, or like he would go up to, who did Amour? Who was that lady in Amour? He would like go up to them and be like, oh my God, you were so good. And people would take note. And they would like know who he was going up to. Anyway, this year he was like Adam Sandler and of course Phil. He loved Phil.
The final thing
was the movie that helped him get There Will Be Blood.
The final thing I'll say about this is like all the way through is he has these like violent reactions to stuff, and later he ends up apologizing for it, which is kind of a reference to what you made earlier.
Okay, gay boy.
But they set up his temperament so well.
Yeah.
That at the end, when they hit his car and he sees that blood drip down her face, I literally said out loud, "Oh shit," because I knew exactly what the reaction was going to be.
And
they led you into that without even realizing. Like that's storytelling, that's filmmaking, right there.
How do you feel,
all
Dave?
of Phil.
I'm curious. about a first-time watch.
Mm.
Were you satisfied or a little underwhelmed, or were kind of like how Paul keeps turning left when you think he's going to go right with how unresolved Phil's story is with Adam? He basically just shows up there and he's like, don't fuck with me. And he's like, all right. He's like,
Dude,
you came all the way here? All right,
still,
you're good.
That was perfect. I was absolutely satisfied with that, mainly because he showed up at the fucking place still holding the phone from 2 days before.
I know, isn't that fucking weird? It's details like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's so over-directed,
Like,
right?
I
It's so
stopped it. I'm
stylized.
like, he's still holding the fucking phone. Like, yeah.
And then you find out it was in Utah. If you've seen you ever see the mattress salesman commercial?
You should watch
Which
it.
is
It's funny.
they never put it into the movie, but it's like a
Phil gets hurt.
it's Phil
How
Seymour
about, all right,
Hoffman.
so in that scene, this is in another, like, Dave, it was you who was talking about tension at the beginning, your first
Me.
comment.
Oh
Yeah.
My favorite moment in this movie, for sure. I love when Jeff, when you were gone, you were peeing. I was talking about the payphone scene. I love that
I was
scene.
hearing. I got my AirPods on. I was here.
For a lot of different reasons, I love that scene. My favorite moment in the movie is when Phil is getting his haircut. There's very minimal coverage here, folks.
Oh yeah.
When Phil is getting his haircut and you don't see what he sees, but he turns right and the camera just holds.
Yep.
And so does the barber. The barber turns right too.
Everyone stops
and it
looks.
slowly puts him in the shot. Yeah.
And eventually it doesn't even move for a while. And you're just like, I know it's Adam, but they don't reveal it. And the tension just fucking blossoms in like 7 or 8 seconds of just nothing happens. It's just Phil's energy looking to his right. And then it finally starts to go across and you're just like, it's tiny things like that, dude. That makes a world of fucking difference.
Yeah.
There was significance to what happened next because of that choice. And that's
And we just saw
master.
Adam Sandler beat the shit out of people with a crowbar. And here is Phil in a pretty vulnerable spot. He's getting his hair cut. And he literally has like the fucking barber shawl or whatever around him, that like sheet. He's very vulnerable. And Adam Sandler could easily go and hit him in the head with a crowbar. And I don't think Phil would have time to react, right? And then, of course, the silhouette with the two of them face to face. I mean, it's cinematic, but it's also just, it's so interesting.
Dave, one technical comment for you. How many great and simple 2 shots were there in here? They did not get the coverage over the shoulders. There were not singles. So much of this was just 2 humans looking at each other with highlights and shadows, very simple practicals off to one side to key, and they just talked to each other, and there was no other coverage.
That did not go unnoticed.
We never saw it. Yeah. Very, very noticeable. And it's so, it just played into the aesthetic of like, it's like he told his crew, like, guys, this should feel like we had $10,000. Yeah, we have Adam Sandler.
Right.
Yeah, we have Emily Watson, but like, I don't want it to feel like a real movie. It's just us with some track and some static camera that we're going to pan and tilt every now and then. And we're going to have some static 2 shots and that's it.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
It's brilliant.
And just in case anybody doesn't know, he won Best Director at Cannes for this. So Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, yeah, they were at Cannes. And it's funny, there's an interview with all of them at Cannes together and there's a French interviewer and they literally are waiting for the translations to come through. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah,
Fucking
he won
awesome.
Best Director at Cannes. All right, people, we should round this down.
Yep.
We should wind this down, sorry. We got to choose a year for next year. We got to get right to it. So, Dave, you're going to spin the wheel. John, do you want to guess? We guessed it last time, but it was a little unfair because I saw the 2000.
Oh, by the way, how did I end up with 6 fucking buzzers? I wasn't even in the show.
Whoops. Maybe we were checking the buzzes. I'm going to guess.
I think I hit buzz all, so.
I'm going to stay in 2000s. I'm going to guess 2017.
Ooh, good year. I'm going to go with 1962.
Okay.
I hope you're right.
Here we go.
I'm wrong.
It's not in the 2000s. It's in the 1900s. 19. Is that a 9 or a 6? 9 or a 6? It's a 9.
What?
90. Oh my God, it's 1999. We're never going to decide. Oh my God, we're going to be deciding for an hour. There's so many good
we've
movies.
been there a couple of times, I think. So.
We've already
have
done The
been there a couple
Matrix. We've
times.
already done so many. Did we do American Beauty? No, that wasn't this year. That was 2000. Okay, guys, we're not going to sit here and Google movies. We are going
I am.
to do that. That's
He
why
always
you never
does.
remember what I've been watching.
Actually, you know what? Make John go first because I've had 2 beers. Not going to pee.
What have I been watching?
Yeah, go ahead.
We just continued with fucking Downton Abbey. So we really have just been
after
like
you saw the
crushing
movie
the series. Like, well, I haven't watched a series in a long time. Still staying up to date on Platonic. We've watched a few other episodes here and there, some stuff that I can't really remember, to be honest. But
Wow, left such a mark, huh?
really, really great stuff. Mostly Downton Abbey. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Same here. So again, working a lot of days of the week, but Only Murders has been really fun. They had a nice little twist, in the past couple, days. I'm happy that they're back to just like the murder mystery podcast show that they pretended.
Are you
like they
enjoying
weren't
it?
in
Elizabeth's
season
watching
3 or
it. I still have never seen a single episode of it.
4. Yeah, no, I like the season. I think it's going really well. And then the Amanda Knox show, we've got one more to go, and I'm really into it. And then I'd never seen this, but I saw Drunk Romeo and Juliet the last time I saw you, but then I saw Drunk Dracula, which my friend Ryan was in, and it's really fun. And somebody that was in it made an aside about practical magic, and we'd been meaning about watching it, but we were waiting for the Halloween season. I'd never seen it before.
Jeff, I had never seen it
was
before either until last year. That was the first time she made me watch it.
And I was especially excited because about a year ago, we watched After Hours by Martin Scorsese, who we've already mentioned on this show, starring Griffin Dunn, who was an actor in the 80s and a big-time actor, but would segue into directing and directed Practical Magic. So Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Yeah, Griffin Dunn is the director of Practical Magic. So, and that was in 1996?
No
1998? 98. So you have Nicole Kidman, Sandra Bullock in the late 90s. I mean, incredible. And so it was fun. I had a blast. Come on.
She did not make me watch
Diane
it.
Wiest?
I enjoyed watching it. Diane Wiest, what a cast. What a cast. What a house. Such a cool
Aidan
house.
Quinn. Yeah, it was really, the house is so cool. So I had a blast. So fun. So 90s. The soundtrack was just like all like Shania Twain and like, like things. It's great. All right, Dave, what you watch?
We're watching The Great British Bake Off too. Fucking
okay, cool.
Up to date on that if anybody else is following along with tears in their eyes. Dave, what have you been watching?
I finished out Hulu, Alien Earth.
You finished Hulu?
He watched all of Hulu.
Yeah, I watched all of Hulu. There's nothing left.
Took a sick week.
Yeah, I watched Alien Earth on Hulu.
I can watch it now?
Mm-hmm.
How many
I think I'm going to do the same thing.
Dude,
but I heard the finale was disappointing. Was the finale disappointing?
Not at all.
Don't tell me. Don't say anything.
It was absolutely great. And if I tell you what, if they stop it there, I'm good. If they keep going, I'm good.
That's a good sign.
Oh,
yeah, good.
I'm behind on Peacemaker too. Are you caught up in Peacemaker?
I am caught up on Peacemaker, and they just did the big reveal of what the fuck's going on, and now everyone is seeing the opening number in a whole new light.
Everybody's talking about Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It was a really good reveal episode and left it on a massive fucking cliffhanger. So that was a good episode as well. They're doing great. It took a while to get there. I think it would have benefited from releasing a bunch of episodes together, but because it took 6 weeks to get to the big reveal.
Well, it's going to be great for me binging it this week. Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right, that's it. Let's go ahead and listen to some Dasein for a couple minutes, and we're still going to keep it at a tidy 140 this week, which is pretty good. Listen to some Dasein. We're going to tell you what 1999 movie, we're the drinking, 1999 movie we're going to be doing next week in 20 seconds. Okay, hold tight. Hey, we're back!
We're back.
Okay, so many good movies from 1999. I will say we decided not to do American Beauty, and it's not because of the Kevin Spacey thing. The way he throws that plate against that wall at the dinner table is really exciting, and I was thinking about watching it again. That would have been really fun. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
When he has to silence his family and he throws the plate against the wall with the full plate of food. But we decided to do another awesome movie from 1999, which is available right now to stream on HBO
No
Max,
one's ever heard of.
as long as you don't try to steal your password from your
Deuce
friends.
Bigelow, male gigolo.
We're talking about Fight Club. That's right. That's
Everyone's
right. We're
heart
going chalk.
stopped for a
We're
second.
Going Fight
People
Club.
are reaching for the
Fuck you
unsubscribe
guys.
button.
Fuck everybody. Listen to Dasein play us out. We're doing Fight Club. Anything else you two want to say before we go?
I'm good.
No.
See you next week. Bye.